Hi everyone, it's Kara, and I have a whole lot of crafty hauls to share with you. Lots of little ones that I've just been kind of saving till I had quite a few things to share. And I'm sure you guys probably remember that I said I was going to be really good and I wasn't going to buy any more stuff. Well, I kind of sort of changed my mind because I sold some of my Filofaxes. I actually put quite a few of them up for sale and sold them and decided that all of that Filofax money should be reinvested into crafty supplies, and so that's what I did. I actually still have a little bit left that I'll probably be spending tomorrow, and I wanted to just share all my hauls with you guys. Some of them I bought for a particular reason that I'm not going to really tell you about now, but I'll show you in the next few days. Some of the things might seem just, I don't know, kind of weird, but let me get started. So the first thing that I got was this Julie Nutting buff paper pad. It's an A4. I know I have it turned on its side, but it fits the camera view better that way. And most of you guys have probably seen this, but since I started to use those Prima doll stamps, I wanted to have the paper that could be easily used as their the base for them, their skin. And so I got lucky enough to find an Etsy seller that still had this, and I picked this up for a decent price. And then when I got that, I also picked up this little bottle of the Multimedia Matte Claudia Helmuth Studio stuff that I have in mind for a particular thing. I also picked up a couple new little, well, what will be new little art journals. These are the Moleskine, or Moleskine, I don't know how you pronounce it, but I know a lot of people really like these. I had the larger one, and actually both of them that I've played around with a little bit, but I wanted these small ones for a particular purpose. Sorry about that glare. This is the watercolor one, and it's typically used in a landscape position, and then this is the sketch. So I bought both of those. I got these, I think online at Barnes & Noble was the place I found that had a decent price for both of them. Then I picked up just a couple things online from Ellen Hudson. I picked up the dies to go with that Lawn Fawn little elephant set that I had. I think it's Love You a Ton. Yeah, Love You Tons. I picked up some of this Cool Tack foam. It's clear foam squares to use on your cards and stuff, so I thought that'd be kind of fun. And then I picked up this collapsible water cup, and I will show you guys all about that, oops, in a video or two when I show you what I had bought it for. I did a small purchase with a friend and picked up this Tim Holtz die. I'd been wanting this since it came out. I don't know, I think it was not this last CHA, but the one before. I just think it's really cool. I have a couple of ideas for it, and so I found it at a good price and got that. Then Flowers to Flourishes, which is an online daily deal site, had all three of the Tim Holtz Distress Ink little minis. And for those of you who haven't seen them, pull out a full-size one. There is the size difference. They're tiny. I really like them. I got them for a particular reason. You can see how thick they are. Again, in comparison. Okay. I did buy these for a particular reason. I pretty much have all of these colors in the large or the full-size ink pads, but I wanted them for something in particular, so I got those. I also did a small order to Your Scrapbook Supply. I picked up a couple paper pads. This one from My Mind's Eye, All Things Chalk. And I'm just going to very quickly flip through it because you guys have probably seen it. But I had been really good and not bought a lot of new paper. And I just thought this was really cute. I mean, with this black and white, I think the possibilities are endless. You could just use any color with it. And then I got this one, Chalk Studio. It's also from My Mind's Eye. This one has more colors in it, but still a lot of the black and white. I just think it's just really cool paper. So anyway, got both of those. I really resisted most of the new Prima goodies, but I did really like the stationer's desk set, but I didn't really want to get a big paper pad, so I grabbed the 6x4, and these are not double-sided, but the papers are just gorgeous, and I can see using them for quite a few things. I think they'd lend themselves well not only to like traditional paper crafts, but maybe to art journaling and things like that too. I just think they're really pretty. And then I also got the small one, the 3x4. It's pretty much the same, but you can see there's just some really cool patterns that you could use for collaging and all sorts of stuff. So super cute. Then I picked up one of the lace stickers just because I wanted to see what it was like. And here's what they look like. This has, I think there's 4 in here. It's the family unit, and you can't see that top one, so let me show that one to you really quickly. Okay, maybe really quickly. There you go. Family, life, moment, and together. So I thought that would be a fun one to have. Then, believe it or not, I have not got a lot of the enamel dots. In fact, I only really had one set that I bought specifically for a project. So I just picked up a couple, kind of a black, gray, and white, and then one that was really colorful and pretty. And then I just couldn't resist the Say It in Crystals that Prima came out with. They're gorgeous. I absolutely love them. If you are a bling person, I think these are perfect for you, and I love the different sizes, so got those. Then I did a small little haul from Scrapbooking Warehouse. I bought 2 of these little sponge daubers. I have these little sponge daubers, although I need some more, but I bought these specifically because, if you can see, they come with caps. And I wanted the ones with caps for a particular reason, again, that I'll show you in a later video. I bought 2 different sets of these really cool paintbrushes, and I wish that there was some way I could show you these, but they are really, they feel really ergonomic to me, and I love that there's different sizes. Those are the round ones, and then this one has a couple more round ones and a couple flat. So I picked those up. I picked up a small mat and ruler. This kind of matches the one that I normally have way underneath all of this stuff. But I picked this one up, again, at Scrapbooking Warehouse. From an eBay seller, I picked up a couple new water brushes. This is a mini one, as you can hopefully see right there. That's the brand right there. And then this one, which hopefully you can see, is flat. So I really liked that. So I have both of those. Then I picked up from 2 different eBay sellers some more Derwent pencils. These are both supposed to be water soluble. I'll do a video on all of the ones I have. These are Graphitint, and these are the metallic. So they should be a lot of fun to play with. And then I did a small haul to someone on Artfire, and I picked up some other small goodies. I picked up this kneadable eraser, one of the small ink pads for my Onyx Blacks. This is my favorite black ink for sentiments and all sorts of good things. It's the VersaFine. It's absolutely the best black ink in my opinion. So I picked up a small one because I have a full-size one for here. Picked up a small glossy accents. I picked up some of those paper stumps that you use for blending different things. I picked up a blender pencil, if I remember right. I think that's what this is called. It's a Prima blender. I picked up this really thin artist tape, so you can tape things off when you're creating something in your art journal or on whatever you're creating. I often use my washi tape, but I hate to kind of use that when I'm just going to be pulling it off and throwing it away, so I saw this and grabbed some of that to try. I picked up another tool for my pan pastels, which I absolutely love. And I picked up these empty little paint containers, you know, the ones you normally buy filled with acrylic paint. I found a couple sets of empty ones that I'm going to use for something. And then I picked up this palette tray and cover for pan pastels. Okay, so I got that. Then I did a little bit of shopping today after work because it was one of those days and I wanted a little retail therapy. So at a local scrapbooking store, I just picked up some of these tags because even though I have the die, I have a project in mind to use these manila ones for. And I picked up this really cool penny black cling stamp that I think is absolutely gorgeous, and I saw and had some ideas for using. Then I did one last little haul at Michael's because they had that 30% off coupon, and they had some other good sales as well. I picked this up for my Midori Traveler's Notebook, which I'm going to show you here soon. And I also picked up these charms that I'm going to use there, which I thought were really cute. And I know I could have made my own, but I'm sorry, it was easy, and I think with the sale it was like a little over $3. So one of them has a heart, says laugh, and this heart says love. This one has the infinity sign and a heart and a little cross. I thought those were really cute. I picked up some little wooden words, love, laugh, and live, like those. I found these little stars, which I believe they're little metal studs, which I thought were really cute. They come in black, white, kind of a gold color. They were like in the $2 bin. I grabbed these two sets of the Inkanikadu cling stamps only because they were like $1.79 because they were on clearance. And I just think these are just really cool and will be great in art journaling. And they kind of remind me of Zentangles, so I got those. And I got these kind of for the same reason, that I thought they would be good accents on art journaling pages. Pick that up. Found this really cute little bag with a typewriter on it. And you know me and my bags. And I saw this, actually I saw this first in the 12 by 12, but I just don't want it that big. This is the matte stack of DCWV Vintage Collector. And I didn't undo the tape, but I'll give you a little peek at the pages. I'm typically not a huge fan of this paper because it's just, on some of the things I do, it seems like it's a little too thick, if that makes any sense. But this one has some just really adorable, I mean, look at that, pages. And, well, you can see those are glossy. And I think that there's going to be some really cool things I can do with this. So I picked that up. And then to go with that particular paper line, they had some paper tape. And look at that. That is cute. I love that. So I picked those up. And I think that's it. I know that's a lot, but I have been collecting it again for several weeks. I will be back over the course of the next couple weeks with lots of videos. Gonna try and find time to do one on my Midori Traveler's Notebook, all of the Derwent pencils. I have something else planned that I want to show you guys because if you've been watching my videos, you know that I love all of the stuff that you can use to organize your goodies. You know, if there's something out there, I like to try it out. And I have some of that kind of goodies to share with you in an upcoming video and a whole lot of other things planned. So hopefully you'll stay tuned and watch those. And if you have any questions about any of these goodies, let me know. I'm going to try and put links down below to all of the places that I got these. I probably will not do the eBay sellers on some of them because they just like had, you know, one item. It was just kind of a fluke that I happened to find it, like for those pencils, for example. So if you're interested in something and you don't see a link, you know, you want to leave a question down below, feel free. And if you're interested in either of those two Filofaxes that I have left, you can private message me and we'll talk about it. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend and that wherever you're at, you're having lots of crafty fun. Bye, guys.